Hello, I'm Helen. Welcome to my first YouTube video. I'm finally getting around to doing this because I've gradually built up quite a large collection of art materials, and looking at other people's YouTube videos has always been a key way for me to do my research on which products to choose, which colours to choose. So I'd just like to add to the body of useful swatches and reviews and so on that are out there, which help other people make up their minds. So today I thought I would start off by talking about Derwent Graphitints. A friend gave me this box a couple of years ago. Let's take a look inside. As you can see, some I've not used very much, some I have used. The full range of Graphitints is 24, though I think they can come in boxes of tins of 12 and bubble packs of 6, and they're also available individually. At the moment, this set of 24 is about £27 on Amazon UK. As you can see, they come in the chunkier size, which a lot of Derwent's newer ranges come in now. They're lovely to hold. They're just all round nice pencils. You can see all the information that comes on the pencil. There isn't pigment information for these pencils. They are tinted graphite, basically, water-soluble tinted graphite. Though I've read that 19 of the 24 are rated 6 and above in Derwent's light fast scale, 6 and above being rated as very light fast, though I don't know which of the 19 are the very good light fast and which are below that. So yeah, you want to take that into consideration for artworks and where the artworks end up. Okay, let's start swatching. I'll start off with a solid chunk of colour here on the left hand side of each box. This is just a Jackson's own brand watercolour paper pad. That's port. When you draw out the pencils, when you first draw with the pencils, they're all quite dark, which is partly why having a swatch of all the colours is so important when you wet them with water, because they change quite drastically when they are wet. Okay, I'll speed through the rest of these now. Okay, so there we've got all the pencils drawn out. You can see the colour differences in them. You can kind of guess what colour they're going to go. You can also see, let me try it. It's a really dull day here, even though it's nearly the middle of the day, so I'm afraid I've got my desk lamp on. You can see the shine of the graphite in the pencils, and I don't know if you can see here the actual graphite is more concentrated in some parts than others. Around here a bit. So let's stick some water on them. I'm just using my silver black velvet brush number 8. Okay, so this is port. You can see that the original, if I just leave a strip of the original pencil at the side and then put out from there, you can see here that the original lines of the pencil are completely lifted. So that's nice. I've used cold pressed paper with quite a bit of texture, so we can see how well the pigments settle when they dry. Okay, number 1 was port, number 2 is juniper. Yeah, the original pencil lines are washing away nicely. You have to excuse my exciting gold fingernails. I was playing around with them for Christmas. That's number 3, aubergine. Whoops, that didn't go very well, did it? I've just got my Posca pen everywhere. Let me get some paper tissue to lean on while that's drying. I'll sort that out later. Okay, some of the original pencil line is remaining a little bit with this number 5 shadow. I'm doing quite a watery wash here, just so you can really see what colours they dilute down to. Obviously, if you want the colours to stay super strong, like you first see here, you can have pencil underneath that whole area that you want to have stay that dark. Number 8, slate green. I just think it's a really nice range of colours for landscape and wildlife, well, especially here in the UK, where the colours are slightly more muted. All the colours so far seem to have a similar amount of kind of colour payoff from the amount of pigment that I've laid down. going to sort out my Posca pen mess and be back in a minute. Okay, we're back. I just stuck some spare watercolour paper over there and used a craft knife to scratch off the splodges on this side. I like that watercolour paper's quite forgiving like that. Okay, you can see with this chestnut, actually you can see now that they're starting to dry, you can see that quite a few, well, yeah, nearly all of them still have like a shadow of where the original pencil was. Okay, that was chestnut that I've just done. This is russet. I'll go through all the colour names again at the end. Cool brown. That's cocoa. Autumn brown. This one is storm. Another reason it's useful to swatch is that the colour on the pencils themselves don't necessarily match up very well with the colours. Which one was I looking for? 18. So, for example, this is 18 Storm that I've just swatched out, and you can see it's kind of like a taupey colour, where actually it's far more pink in real life. So yeah, having the swatches is really useful. When I first got the set, I just did my own little swatch and I just stuck that inside the lid, so it was there on hand. Okay, last line. Oops. Warm grey. I've got midnight black. It's not super intense black. You can see it waters out to just a grey. That's mountain grey. Cloud grey. Cool grey. And now my black acrylic's dried. I just wanted to give you some idea of what the white was like. It's not the most opaque white on its own. No, it's coming off a bit of grey. I think yeah, you can see that's from my black acrylic underneath. In my original swatch, the white's much clearer than that. So yeah, that wouldn't really be very visible on there. But it doesn't have a grey undertone to it. That's more like it. Okay, so I'll just go through these colours a bit closer. So you've got port, juniper, aubergine, dark indigo, shadow, steel blue, ocean blue, slate green, green grey, meadow, ivy, sage, chestnut, russet, cool brown, cocoa, autumn brown, storm, warm grey, midnight black, mountain grey, cloud grey, cool grey, and my bodgy white effort. So yeah, some gorgeous colours. As with most sets, I'm always more drawn to the tealy blues, the dark blues and the pinker colours. But they're, yeah, a really nice set. The other thing I was just going to mention, Graphitints do come in paints now. I picked up this line and wash paint pan set from Derwent not that long ago. That's got a couple of the Graphitint colours in, so I thought I'd just paint those out so you can get a colour comparison of a couple of them. Make sure I'm getting the right ones. So autumn brown, they re-wet quite nicely. I hadn't wet the paints before I used them. Let's put the autumn brown right next to it. So the original colours start off quite different. But the colours they end up with are pretty similar. Also in this line and wash paint pan set I had port. Let's just put the pencil right up next to it. That looks similar in the mass tone of the paint to the pencil this time. I really do like this one. We've got ocean blue, which is probably my favourite from the whole set. Yeah, they're pretty good colour matches. The paints seem to, you can see the graphite more clearly in the paint, though I suppose it's a bit hard to compare how much pigment I'm actually putting down between a paint and a pencil. Oops, I've got the wrong one. Okay, and the last one that's in the line and wash paint pan set is Meadow. It's a nice olivey green. I did some, I'll do a separate review on the line and wash paint pan set, but I did some colour mixing using the Graphitint paints, and some of those turned out really nicely. So yeah, that's a comparison with the Graphitint pencils to the Graphitint paint pans. And then just finally, I'll just show you one piece of one drawing I did with the Graphitint pencils. I just think these colours are really nicely suited to a lot of the birds that we have in England. If I slant it slightly, you can see some of the I don't know. Yeah, you can see some of like the graphite shine coming through. But I do think they are really lovely muted colours. I did a pen outline of the bird first. So that's everything. I hope that might have been of some use to somebody who's looking into Derwent Graphitints. And yeah, I hope my first video wasn't a complete disaster. Thanks ever so much for watching. See you soon. Bye.